guys, China here, coming to you from my channel, That Girl China, with not a Dollar Tree haul, not a 99-cent store haul, but a craft. So what I'm going to be making today is a little mountainscape using shadow boxes that I picked up some time ago from the Dollar Tree. Now, from the moment that I saw them, I knew immediately what I was going to do with them, because I am creating, and I hate to be, you know, like on repeat, but sometimes we have new viewers who are just now joining my channel. I'm going to be creating a mountain chalet, or kind of like a cabin, like in the Swiss Alps kind of look, in the downstairs half of my house. So, with that being said, I bought these little triangle shadow boxes, and I just saw them, you know, coming together as a mountainscape. Now, I have done this before with the shadow boxes, and I actually bought these triangle little pieces a long time ago, but I've been postponing it because I remember how much I struggled changing the backdrop. There is a mathematical formula that you learn in geometry on how to do this. I have not been in college since 2006. I do not remember. And I asked my sons, and they were like, well, the formula to find not the circumference, but whatever the space inside of a triangle is this times this time. I couldn't even understand what they were talking about. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure out a way, be it however it comes out, but I'm hellbound and determined to finish this project today. So this is one that I did in the past. This is just an example. So this is a set of shadow boxes that they were selling. Okay, guys? And they came in a set of like 3 tiers. So 3 heights. So they had this one, they had like a medium one, and then they had a shorter one. And they're all kind of shaped like little houses. Now, the background that they came with, although pretty, did not go with my decor. So I passed them up. And the next day, my creative brain kicked in and was like, you know what? You could have just changed the backdrop to go with the decor in your bedroom. And it's set in some bookshelves that are here off to the side that you can't see. But that's what I did with it. I wound up changing the background. I didn't stain or paint these because I did love the natural look of the wood, because this is wood. All I did was change the background. So this is what I'm planning to do today. So we have, okay, y'all, I've marked all over this because I've been trying to figure out how to get the measurements for the interior. I've got all kind of stuff going on. I have carbon paper. I have a measuring tape. I have my son's mathematical formula, which, yeah, no. So that's kind of where I got stuck. But I finally figured out a way to overcome that. And so this is what I'm working with here. You're going to need 3 if you want to do this project, okay? So you're going to need 3 if you want to make a mountainscape. Or I'm just giving you an idea because they have come back out with these little shapes, which I can never seem to find, but they're back out. And I believe they're back in the little house shapes again. But I'm going to be working with the triangle ones. So what I'm going to do is I am staining them, and then I'm going to replace the interior. So let's say you like these and you're like, you know what, this is so cute. You could do shadow boxes, and you can glue figures in here, and you can paint the inside of this and the outside of that. There's a lot of things that you can do with this. Someone I knew made a geometric kind of design on their wall using these. They just changed up the style, which is what I'm going to be doing, but I'm making mountains instead. So what you're going to need if you want to make the mountains is, first things first, you're going to need 3 of these. So I have 3. Okay, you're going to need a pair of scissors. There we are. You are going to need stain if you want to change the color of the wood. I purchased stain that I already have from another project that I did. This is what it looks like. So that's why the can looks a little beat up. This is in the color Gunstock. The more coats you put on, the darker it becomes. I'm just putting on 1 coat because that's the shade that I want. And the reason that I'm staining it is because I have built-in cabinets in my living room downstairs, and they are very light. And because how light this wood is, they would fade into the background and they would get lost in the background of the cabinetry. And so that's why I'm staining them. Another item you're gonna need is wood glue or a glue gun. I'm gonna use a glue gun because a glue gun is faster. Okay, you're also gonna need a glue stick. I've got a couple here, or you can use this tacky glue that they sell at Dollar Tree. So glue stick or some kind of glue, Elmer's glue, tacky glue. But the glue is gonna be for you to be able to glue the background into the shadow box. And what the background is another item you're gonna need. Now, this is what is called, what do they call this paper? And of course, now I can't, it's scrapbook paper. And they sell this at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. On occasion, they sell some at Dollar Tree. And I don't know why Dollar Tree doesn't carry it, because it's not expensive. I mean, on average, it's like $1. So I bought a couple of different patterns. This one has birch wood. And this one has this like whitewash, grayish wood look paneling. So these are birch wood, what do they call it? Trunks. And then I have this really pretty one, which got a wood, like a wooded kind of look with blue. The downstairs half of my house is in, that's the accent color blue. Okay. And then I bought this one. This one is gorgeous. Look at this. Again, it's a wood look. And it just sparkles. Look how pretty that is. So it's got glitter in it and it's wood paneling. Another one that's gorgeous. Look at this one. Beautiful. But what I want to capture is winter. I want it to feel cozy, like winter, a mountain range, that I live in a cabin somewhere in the Swiss Alps. This is the one that I purchased previously to do that other project. And I had also purchased this other black one, which kind of has a sparkle to it. Okay, so you're just gonna pick the pattern that you like, and they have dozens and dozens of different types of beautiful patterns and all different colors, all different, they have stuff from, you know, like Valentine's Day and pink and florals and animal print. I mean, you can literally get any kind that you want. I mean, there's just so much to choose from. So I'm not using these. I have picked this one out. You know, I pick out a few so I can kind of play around with them in my head. I'm not going to be using this one, guys. This one is really pretty though, but we can always save it for another project. This one was $1.99 actually. It just depends. It really just depends on what's going on. I am going to be using this one. And I'm going to be using the birch wood, because I have a wall mural that's going up in the living room and it has birch wood in it. So I kind of want to tie it together. Okay, guys, so we're going to set these aside for a sec. Okay, but we're going to be bringing them back later. So for the time being, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to stain your little boxes. So I have a brush here that I bought at the Dollar Tree. I got it in the tool bench section. I've already torn up the packaging. Here's what the packaging looks like. I have a photo that I'm going to include so you guys can see it, but here's what the brush looks like. You don't need anything fancy. You just need a brush to paint over your wood with. You also, depending on where you're working at, I'm working not in my craft room, but I'm working at my desk in my home, in my bedroom, and my desk is white and I do not want to get stain on it. So I got this craft paper by the brand Jot, also at Dollar Tree, and I covered the entirety of my desk as to protect it. So that one you can find in the aisle where like the envelopes are at, and the like school supplies and pens and stuff. And this is what the label looks like. So all I'm doing is I've already stained 2 of them. Okay, so I'm going to show you them. I stained them. This is what they look like. I really don't care about the back. No one's going to see the back. They're going onto a shelf. And as you can see, some of the stain got on the print. They're already almost dry. So I'm setting those off to dry with. And now I'm going to get to painting the third one. You can use gloves if you want to protect your hands. And I do have my nails done, but I'm not going to die. I'll wash it off, or I'll just have them redone, because all they do is cost $1, because I get them at the Dollar Tree. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the brush into the stain. Stain is very watery, so you got to be very careful with it if you've never worked with it. So all I'm doing is look how easy this is. You're just stroking in one direction. You know, you don't want to go back, you know, like sideways and front ways. You're just gonna stroke with the going with the grain of the wood. Okay. Now, look at us. We're crafting here. And like I said, I'm not a really big crafter. And so I think that's why I put it off as long as that. But, you know, the house has to come together and there's got to be movement. And when you're renovating, sometimes you're like, oh, we'll schedule that for next week. And then it just takes forever to get done. Last time we did it, which was several years ago, when we remodeled the house, we redecorated, we changed our whole look. I mean, it took an eternity. It took months. We were living on concrete floors without cabinets because we redid the cabinets. This time we're just giving the cabinets a facelift. We are redoing the floors again because we're changing the look of the, so we're doing wood floor downstairs in, what is it called? Laminate. We're doing laminate downstairs. So, you know, because we have a dog and, you know, when you have real wood floors, you know, the scratching and all that stuff, you know, they can get scratched really easily. We've made that mistake before. So, we're going with laminate this time. Okay, so now I'm here staining it. And what I'm doing is I'm holding it over the little can. Because it is dripping a little bit, but it's nothing to worry about because I do have that protective cover on my table. So once this is all painted, and I am painting the inside of the shadow box because that is going to be showing. And I'm painting the edges here. Excuse me. I don't know why my throat has been kind of dry here lately. I think they lower their air conditioner really low last night because they're insane, because it was already like 52 degrees outside. So why do you have the air conditioner lowered all the way down, and the air conditioner vent is like blowing in my face? So needless to say, like I have like a little tickle in my throat, so I've been kind of like coughing on and off. So if you hear me clearing my throat, that is the reason. Okay, I think I got it all. Did I get it all? See, it doesn't even really take that long. The only thing is the little bristles off the what is this called? Off this paintbrush are coming off. But I mean, it's $1, so what do you expect? You can't expect too much, but it does the job. It gets the job done. So there you are. It's stained. There it is. All sides stained. All right, so we're gonna set that sucker off to dry. I'm gonna close the can of stain, and we're gonna get it out of our way. All right, so that is that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're gonna get that out of the way. Now, in terms of this figuring out or trying to figure out what size the interior of this is, as I told you guys, my sons, there's a formula. There's a mathematical formula that they teach you in geometry. I don't remember that. I don't remember how to do it. And I don't want to relearn how to do it. Because this is just, you know, it's just, it was hurting my head when they were trying to figure it. They were telling me, because I was trying to figure it out last night. I'm like, okay, you're hurting my head. Go away. So what I did was, I kind of like shoved a paper in there, and then I traced the paper. Like I shoved the paper as tightly as I could to the edges into the shadow box, and I traced it, and then I cut it, and then I used the little shape as my example for the future ones that I'm gonna do. Let me put the video on pause real quick, and I'm gonna bring now the what is it called? That scrapbook paper into the shot. I'll be right back, guys. All right, back, and I'm back. That's what I mean to say. And I'm so glad that you waited all that time while I had you guys on pause, because it seems like it's been an eternity, but when you hit the unpause button, it's like instantaneous. It's almost like snap, I'm back. Okay, so I'm rambling here a little bit. It's probably because I'm high on the stain that I have here. But I want to take this time to remind you guys that I am doing a drawing for 3 Easter baskets. So let me show you guys. I have one for girls, which I'm going to be doing a drawing for on March the 20th. And so this is the girl one. Got all kind of cool stuff in there. And then I'm going to do one for not to be left out. I'm going to be doing one for little boys. And so this one is in blue. Let me show that to you guys. So this is the blue one. And it's got all kind of fun stuff for the little boy who gets to win this. And I'm going to be doing a 3rd drawing. Because you know what? Adults deserve Easter baskets too. Now this is themed for girls. This is what it looks like. So this is the girls or adult gift basket. So there's 3 gift baskets that I'm going to be drawing for. Now, the way to win is that you have to be a subscriber. I have to reach 165 subscribers by March the 20th. I think I'm currently at like 144, 145. So on March the 20th, if I've reached the 165 and you comment on the video that is linked down in this description. So you have to be a subscriber. You have to watch that video and you're going to comment the word bunny and the location that you live in. So you would, for example, I would put Bunny, Houston, Texas. The instructions are going to be listed in the description of this video, and the link to that video will also be listed there if you guys are interested in it. Again, I'm going to be announcing, we're going to draw the names in a video on March the 21st, because the goal is to reach 165 by March the 20th. And if you're a winner, that gives us 14 days to get this gift basket to you. So I will have it shipped to you in a timely manner. So you'll get it long before Easter to have it ready to give out. Okay, so let's get back to the craft. Okay, so using the method that I told you guys, I used one that I didn't need and I cut the little triangle shape. Now, whether or not this comes out good or not, we're going to see. But I tried my darnest to get that shape to fit. Okay, so we're going to go with the ones that have been drying for a little bit. These are the ones right here. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut out using the beautiful, beautiful, what is this called? This beautiful scrapbook paper that I found at Michael's. And so here, I'm going to start off with the birch one. So let's start off with birch. Okay, so I'm going to use the shape that I first started with, which I believe is, let's see. The one that I first started with actually fits better than the second one. Let's see which one it is. Okay, guys, y'all are like, what the hell? She's just like off in La La Land. Okay, so I just line it up, and you can always paper clip it if you want to hold it onto the paper. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hold it here, and then I'm going to trace it out and cut it. So I'm just cutting it, and I'm going to the furthest corner, so in case I goof up, I have some more space. You can always buy extra ones too, because in case you goof up, you know, you'll have up some backup ones, and it's not like it's super expensive. I mean, they're like anywhere from like 59 cents to $1.99. So, okay, I've cut one out, and this is what it looks like. So you got your little triangle here. Now, you can see I made a little goof up here, but that's okay because there's a way to fix this. So here's the one that's been drying for a minute. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut a couple of little sides, because what I learned is you may not have an exact fit. For example, I'm going to show you. I'm going to slide it in, and it may be where, like, okay, so here it is. I slid it in, and you can see here at the bottom that there's not an exact fit. And then obviously the little corner is here. And rather than recut it, which I'm not going to do, I'm just gonna cut a little piece to fit the little corner that I missed and the little bottom that I missed. And then I'll glue that on, and you'll never be able to tell as long as you more or less line up the pattern. Also, these are going on a bookshelf that's high, that goes all the way to a 9-foot ceiling. No one's gonna see it, so it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna use a glue stick because that's the fastest way to do it. And so I'm gonna glue along the bottom. And this, you'd be surprised how quickly, and you can also glue the little paper too. So I'm gluing the little paper too. I'm just gluing the back of this, okay? And so I'm gonna stick this at the bottom because that's where I could tell where I was missing some of the, let me cut a little bit more because I just wanna be extra sure that none of the old pattern is peeking through. And trust me guys, you guys will not even be able to tell the difference. Once it's on there, you won't be able to tell the difference. Because this is very patterned, and so it's hard to see if it's missing something. So all I'm doing is gluing down here at the bottom where I missed or where I didn't cut it right. And I'm also gluing this because I just want to make double sure that it is going to stay on there. All right, so gluing this at the bottom, and then I'll lift it up so you guys can see what I did. Okay, so now you can tell that I just glued it at the bottom because that's where we were missing some space. Okay, I also was missing this little corner. So this little corner is on the, what is this? It looks like it's on the left. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut a little corner, and I just cut a little corner. You can tell I didn't really measure it because all I'm gonna do is stick it in the little corner, and I'm gluing the back of it. That's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna put it all up in here to make sure that this little area doesn't peek through. Okay, last step. We're gonna glue the big piece in. And so, same thing. This one was 69 cents, y'all. Look at that. You see the price here? 69 cents. I don't know if you can see that. So it's not expensive. It's not expensive to do. And you change up the whole look of your little shadow boxes. Now, I'm sure you can do it with fabric too. I chose to do it this way. I think this is, you know, probably the less expensive way. And no one's really going to be touching it other than an occasional dusting because it's going to sit high up. I'm decided to put it high up on my third. The shelf has 3 levels, and then it has cabinets at the bottom. And so it's going to go at the top, and nobody's going to, oh, I'm shaking the camera. I'm sorry, I forgot. And so it's going to go at the top, and no one's even going to touch it or move it or anything other than the occasional dusting. And then I'm gluing in here. Make sure we got all the glue. Get the glue all up in there. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to slide it in here. I want to make sure we get it right up in there. And then we press it down. And then here we go. There you are. See it? Isn't that beautiful with the birch trees? Okay, so that's one that's down. So we have 2 more to go. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Exact same thing. I'm going to put the video on pause, and I'll come back to when it's done. And then, because I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time watching me just face down and glue stuff and cut stuff. So I'll be right back. You already saw the process, so I'm just going to repeat it. Thank you for holding. I'll be right back. All right, guys, and I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Okay, so the project is basically like 98% done. So let me show you what I did. So this is one of the patterns that I chose. And look how beautiful it reflects the light with that beautiful scrapbook paper that I picked. And then, you know, you've got this beautiful stain color. And you can pick any color you want, or you don't have to stain it at all. You can paint it white. I think this would look very cute in a child's room if that's the theme that you're going with. I also have this color that I chose, which is I think they said it was like a barnwood, weathered barnwood. So you have like a wood that's, you know, time is, you know, kind of peeled away at the paint and weathered it. And then of course I have the birch wood. Now where the mountain range look comes in is like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna allow the stain a little bit more time to dry. Hopefully I can hold this for you guys. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna try to hold it. And so it's gonna get glued. No, this has to go in the front. I'm sorry. Let's see which one's gonna go in the front. And you know, I'll play around with it and I'll figure out which one I like the best. But basically I don't have to glue them because they set by themselves, but they're gonna get glued together like this. So you see it becomes a mountain range. Isn't that cute? Cute, so cute. So this is how it's gonna sit on my upper bookshelf in my living room. And if I wanted to, I could put miniature little trees, or you could put snow. You could paint snow at the top. There's a lot of options for this. And you can pick any kind of pattern that you want to go with your color scheme. But yeah, here's my little mountain range. And it's just from these 3 little triangles. This project cost me all of what? Glue sticks that I already had on hand. But if you don't have them, what, $1? You don't have to glue gun this or wood glue it together because they can set just like this. I may or may not do it. It just depends on my mood. The next thing is I spent, you know, roughly about $4 on the scrapbook paper and then $3 on these little shadow boxes. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty pleased with my little project here. So, and you can arrange them any way that you want. I just think they're so adorable. And again, think of a kid's room too, where you could do, you know, really cute patterns that are childlike, and then maybe glue a little car or a little doll in front. So there's a lot of options for this. My vision was this little mountain range, and I'm very pleased with how it turned out, despite my limited geometric skill. Is that right? Geometry? Yeah. So guys, thank you for joining me today. I know that I shook the camera a lot. I know that a lot of the time I was spent looking down. I'm learning slowly but surely how to do crafting videos, so hopefully they'll get better with time, because my main thing is doing hauls. So that's what I like to do. I like to do hauls. I like to show you all the super awesome products that these 2 stores carry. But I also want to show you what you can do. And part of my video, my channel, when I started it, is I wanted to show you how you could bring these items into home decor and how you could do crafts with them. So I'm showing you how you can make Easter baskets that look like you spent way more money on them, how you can do decor that looks like you bought it at Hobby Lobby, and you and I are the only ones that are going to know that you bought the stuff at Dollar Tree and it looks super cute and it looks high-end. So I hope you enjoyed the content. If you're liking the type of videos that I put out, I sure hope that you will hit the like button, that you'll comment down below. I always try to respond in a timely manner to anyone that comments. So I will always comment back to you. And also, consider hitting the subscribe button and helping to support my channel. I have a baby channel. It's a little baby. It just started back in August. And of course, I want to build it and reach more people. This is what I love doing. It gives me a lot of enjoyment. And I just want to tell you guys who are watching and taking time out of your day to spend with me and supporting me and watching my channel. I love you guys. I hope to see you at the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store. Peace, guys. Much love.